Hey, what up? It's your man George Washington, and this is my man
Bang Franklin.
Alright, so anyways, we're here to talk to you today, something near and dear to my heart, partying.
You mean the French-Indian War?
That's what I meant, French-Indian War. Basically, how this started was Britain was a little power hungry, right? They were a little power hungry, they wanted some more land. But the main reason, they wanted to control the lucrative colonial trade in the area, and by capturing the Americas, they were going to be able to get a lot more money, throw a lot more parties, have a good time. Okay, so anyways, what was that thing?
It was the bone of contention, and that was the Ohio River Valley where France and Britain met, and France was trying to halt the westward growth of British, and so that was...
So, that was like the choke point, right? That was where they wanted to focus their efforts in order to break that area and go through the west, right? Well, anyways, Britain, they got this plan, right? What was that called? The
Albany Plan.
The Albany Plan, that's right. So they got this Albany Plan, which was to hope to... to combine the strengths of the colonies and the taxes and the military so they could all form one more powerful nation, and not nation because they don't want that time. We don't want to tell them about that yet, but one more powerful, group. That didn't work out though. Why didn't that work out? I mean, they were like what's the word? What am I thinking of? Tell me, Ben. Egotistical. They were egotistical, right? That's the right word. Anyways, they were egotistical, and they just like their own. They just want to keep their money to themselves, and they always thought they were the best. Obviously, I'm the best. Let me tell you something about me. My colonel sent me to go to Ohio River Valley, man. I killed that, man. I attacked them, and I killed their leader, and they all retreated, and I won, and I saved the day, and I'm the best.
Wait, hold up, man.
What?
They came back with reinforcements, and then you were surrendered. Forget to say that?
Don't tell them that.
My bad.
Anyways, my friend over here is joking. That never happened, right? Okay, so where was we at? Me defeating them? And, Britain, they beat them. They signed that treaty of slugs. Treaty of, what was it?
Treaty of Paris.
Treaty of Paris. Paris slugs. Treaty of Paris. And that kind of gave Britain more power, right? Because they got control of Canada, right? From France. Mm-hmm. So they got all of France's land from there, and they got control of Florida, pimp, Miami. So basically, that basically took rid of France's power. But they took Florida from Spain, but France gave Spain a bunch of land west, which we take later. But spoiler alert, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, France was just done after that.
It was like removal of Spain and France from Canada.
France was done. France was gone. That's our space now. So they got that land, and the Treaty of Paris ended up resulting in a basically Britain got a lot more power, got a lot more strength. So it may look like mostly positive for Britain, but the thing is, over time, this kind of gave the America, idea of going west and getting more power and being stronger. So that's just kind of how that goes. It kind of eventually led to the separation of the colonies into their own country, America. But then there was this rebellion with the
Pontiac Rebellion, and that was when Chief Pontiac, he threw a rebellion against the British because they lost France and Spain were out of there, so the diplomatic power that they had was pretty much gone. And so what they did was they fought against the British, but then the British retaliated cruelly, worse than ever before. But then the British finally realized, we need peaceful relations with the natives. So then the proclamation of 1763 came in, which was, all the settlers can't go past the Appalachians, the west of the Appalachians. And the colonists,
they didn't like that, man. They wanted to go west.
That just angered them.
That's why we fought that war.
They were like, why we fought that war for? Nothing.
We wanted to go west. We wanted to start at the Lakers, I hate the Lakers. Good western approach and increase the size of our country and give us more power. But the British kind of oppressed that, which kind of led to.
And then they clogged up the westward trails, the British colonists. And
they just halted trade. They halted they basically cut a lot of America. They increased taxes.
And pretty much it was just like the downfall of Britain in North America.
They were too bossy, You got that guy who's just too bossy. They were too bossy. So that basically is kind of what led to. It was
retaliation among just your own colonial units.
So anyways, that's kind of what we wanted to talk about today. The French-Indian War. Man, we talked about your part. Can we talk about my part now? Come on. I got a party in 15 minutes. Can we go to that party? All right. I mean, we can take the horses right now.
Well, we don't got any horses.
We don't got any horses?
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Op.